Hey, what's going on, my alphas? What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Hey, man, let's try and make some money today. Yeah, let's try and make some money today, boys. We're out here. Previous day levels already set. Just gonna wait for, you know, Globex to finish doing his thing. You know what I mean? And then, yeah. And then we'll, continue with the day. Yeah. My trade evade is not currently connected. Not a problem though. I'm just gonna do this right now. And make sure you guys cannot see the details. But yo, what's going on though? What up? Yo, we almost got wrecked yesterday. Almost. It was so bad. It was actually so bad. Jeez. I laugh now, but it's not funny. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's generally not funny, but yeah, I'll be more disciplined today. I'll be a lot more disciplined today. We'll only take trades that make sense. And yeah, we'll only take trades that make sense. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. Okay, I just had to make sure you guys couldn't actually see my details because I'm trying to get hacked. I ain't trying to get hacked. Yeah, accept the cookies. Accept them. Let's go. Yeah, I'm just gonna move these to where they're supposed to be, round about here-ish. I think it's not a very accurate level, is it? Where's the previous day value area low? Round about here-ish. 545. I have a video coming out today. Oh, look at that. I was actually spot on. Let's change this to 545. Previous day value area low. Yeah, I have a video coming out on the Underdog Research channel. Yeah, we growing. We growing. So happy he's like trusted me to do work on yeah, you know, to share some of my research on some of these projects. It's allowing me a lot of growth. I'm not gonna lie to you. I get to do some really cool financial tech, fintech investigations, and I get to learn about a lot of these projects right from the jump, you know. So that's exciting for me. That's super exciting for me. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I get to properly nerd out, man. Previous day value area high 580.25. Where you at? Okay. 580. Let's go. Overnight, our levels are probably around here somewhere ish. So I'll just drag these lower. Yeah, we'll figure out what type of day we're gonna have in just a little bit. But yeah, if you're here, shout out to you. Shout out to you. I ain't trying to get clipped up today. I don't want to be. I don't want to be a meme, bro. I don't want to be an example. You know what I mean? So we're gonna leave the ego behind. We're gonna leave the ego behind, and we're just gonna do as well as we can, man. What else can I say? But everything looks normal now. I'll connect my camera in a little bit. But in the meantime, let me up this music, man. I'll be vibing to this a little too hard though. Let's have a good day. We are officially inside New York. 3 minutes in. Yeah, 3 minutes in. I think we can set our. Not I think. We can set our overnight levels now. Here we go. This is the overnight value area high. 533 looks like. Don't worry, guys. One day I will work for. One day I will partner with Motivewave, and I will have strong discussions with him about this little connectivity thing that they have going on. It's probably not them, to be honest. It's probably just like my part of the world. But it hasn't been terrible, you know. I've had bad internet connections. This isn't close to the worst that I've dealt with, so it does look a little glitchy though, but I just want to make sure that the overnight value area high is on the level. Is it? 533.25. All right. We're way off previous day levels, so we are just gonna have to deal with the overnight value levels and that previous week value area low. So yeah. If you can let me set it, that would be great. But yeah, just have to be disciplined today. I don't know where that went yesterday. Out the window with the bath water and the baby. We threw everything out the window yesterday. But yeah, I mean, we took quite the L, but not as worse as it wasn't the worst that it could have been. Could have been a blown account. So with that coming into today and knowing that, we're just gonna be a little more disciplined. You know, we did manage the situation the best way we could yesterday, so have to move on very quickly. Can't rule missed opportunities. Just have to learn from them and trust that you know, and trust that the pain is going to keep you from doing dumb things again. So all right, these are all of our levels, guys. Is that 468 or 568? 468. Damn. Okay. Yeah, now that that's pretty much set, I think what we can do is we are going to switch to a 1 minute chart. Don't worry, guys. Let's change our volume profile settings. We're going to use the RTH only. All right, we're going to use RTH only, and yeah, just so we can monitor the delta. And yeah, I mean, do we really want to see these levels right now? By these levels, I mean like overnight highs and stuff. I think not. So let's switch that off and have a look at the composite volume profile whilst we're at it. So as you can see, that's previous day value. We're way below it. Probably what, 496? Might find some resistance there. Let's just mark it out. Yeah, around about 496 ish, around about this area. So we'll watch out for this. We break lower, we'll try and target the previous day value. Not previous day, but I mean the value low, 465. But yeah, we're just gonna we'll watch the delta and see how that changes. Yeah. Might not even be that type of day. We might have a rotational type of day. We haven't had one of those in a while. Every day that we've had so far has been directional. So yeah, which sucks because we missed out on it yesterday. We missed out on a directional day yesterday. But yeah, let me get the camera on so that you guys can see my pretty face. I think honestly, safer bets, safer trades would be watching what happens at overnight value area high. So 531, 533, roundabout. Break of that, retest. Previous day value area low. Break and retest. You know? But yeah, we still have 5 more minutes until our window is open. From the window to the wall. Delta's picking up pretty nicely. Ain't gonna lie. Camera's on, laptop's on, motor wave is on, Trader Vid seems to be working just fine. Yeah. If you are in the chat, just give me a shout, let me know. Let me know you're with me. Well, I'm frozen. significant change in delta. There we go. We back on. Looks like we back on. Just make sure you guys can see my hoodie. Yeah, RWA baby. Real World Alpha coming soon. Save up some money. Save up some money. I get ready to buy some merch. But yeah, what are we looking like? I mean, we could try 510. I think I'll try a long from 510. Yeah, we'll put a what, like a 400 stop target overnight value area high. Maybe something like this. Maybe target previous day value area low. Something like that. Yeah, let's wait and see. So I might actually change my mind on that. But yeah, I mean, Delta is looking positive. You know what? Let's go ahead and send that through. So we are looking at a I really like that. I really like this playlist, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. One more time. We are looking at a long right now, as long as our what do they call it? Yeah, so overnight point of control 510 ish, roundabout. And validation point would be a break through previous week value area low. $1,000. I shouldn't make more than a grand, so I'm not allowed to make more than a grand. So yeah, so I mean, let's try and max that out. If we can get the retest of that overnight point of control, that would be nice. If not, we'll just move it up and try and get a retest to the overnight value area high if the delta still supports. But yeah, delta looks positive for now. Want to be on the right side of it, you know what I mean? Yeah, an overnight area high long would be a little tricky because yeah, because where would our stop go, you know what I mean? But yeah, let's wait and see. Let me draw it out here. Targeting 549. That's what we're trying. We might get tagged in here. Oh. Where is my stop? 492. Stops at 492. .25, but here we go. Overnight value area high. Overnight point of control is overlapping with the value area low, so we could be in for one. I don't want tickle us. No. Come a little lower, don't go yet. All right. But we're in the trade right now. I'm just gonna watch the we're just gonna watch the delta, and hopefully it works out this time around, you know. Here we go. Overnight value area, not overnight, but developing volume profile value area low. Hopefully we get a bounce off here and we go to the other side of the profile. Oh, damn. Yes, motor wave is being slow again today, so delta still is positive, even though price is dropping, so there's some buying going on. Let's watch and see. If we can maintain positive delta, we could. If not, you know what I mean. But we just did the retest of the overnight point of control. We still kind of are maintaining the VWAP, so. We just need to see more strength. We just need to see more buying coming in. Also, it is my hope that we fill that gap, so. We're still good with the delta, for now at least. As you can see, we are at the value area low of the developing profile. And out of volume node. But yeah, but if we let go of this, this is gonna be the target, which is where our stop is, so. It's really the delta that's keeping us in this, So, oh man, I forgot I always forget to change this little setting. Where we at? Summary profile? Nope. Candle totals. Let's make this black. Appliquer. Updater. Value area high of the profile, of the developing volume profile. So you need a break above what, 518? You need to clear 518 and then clear this high. Excuse me. I don't know who makes these songs, but jeez, shout out to you, my dude. because these are bangers. Oh my god, these are. Yeah. Oh my god. I'm like properly vibing out, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm having a little too much of a good time. Is there such a thing as too much of a good time? Maybe. Maybe, boss. I should be trading. I shouldn't be gyrating. Only thing that kind of makes me a little uncomfortable is that our delta is like really high, but we failed to break those highs. You know what I mean? Like there isn't any divergence or anything, but I mean just like the amount of buying that got us here is not the same amount of buying that we, you know, that we have here. So I'm just putting my faith in the data as I'm seeing it. Yeah. Oh, this is fun. My possibly like my only real concern would be if we let go of that overnight point of control, right? If we let go of that overnight point of control, the pockets of liquidity at the overnight value area low. So, I mean, of course, at the previous week value area low as well, but you know, that would be such a not an easy target, but it would make sense, you know, as to why, you know, because right now, even though the delta is picking up, we haven't actually started breaking any highs, you know. So there's either someone who's like absorbing all of these orders, or the sellers themselves are getting exhausted, you know. So I don't like to see that. I want to see continuation moves. Like if it's a break above a value area, like a value area high, let it break and let it go, you know what I mean? Like, okay, like here we go. See, now that's a strong presence of buyers now who stepped in, right? But as much as they've just stepped in, they need to break these highs, you know what I mean? Because if they fail to break these highs, then it means that there's someone who's absorbing them, you know what I mean? So I just need to see continued strength is all I'm saying, you know. And then I can like properly sit back and not like worry about managing a position. Because if we break that overnight point of control, then for sure the previous week value area low would be a target. And you know, I still would want to give the trade a chance, but I also have to think about mitigating my risk because I don't have as much runway to play with, you know. I don't have as much as I did yesterday, you know, because I lost money yesterday. So I need to think preservation, which isn't too bad. This is about like what, 225, 220 something right now, 260. So I could take that and then come back tomorrow, but you know, I'll close out of the position. I'll close the trade once I see, you know, once I see for sure, like, okay, cool. Weakness, you know what I mean? But right now, positive delta, 2000, you know, CVD's gone up. So, you know what I mean? So I'm just trusting that this is gonna move in our desired direction, you know what I mean? Just based off the data. It's just of course it's just a little uncomfortable when you see price get somewhere and then it comes back. It's like, but it has to do that, right? It has to stay efficient. So damn, I need a I forgot I was uploading a video. This will go up at 5:30. I'm doing a lot of things at once. Things shouldn't change too dramatically in the next 2 minutes. So I think I can still do this. Boys, I swear to you, I be doing the most and not managing my trades well, apparently. Value area to value area. If we are gonna break out, we better break out from value area high. We better break out from 521. Because a break and retest of 511 is not gonna be the best thing for us and our current scenario. But yeah, but we're in it now, so. Here's a scenario I was talking about. That's the break of the overnight point of control. And what's the next logical level? I mean, psychological level is 500s. So if we had 500s, break through 500s, then it's going to be the previous week value area low, which is like right there. So, you know, it is a little against our delta, but our delta is not fixed, right? Our delta is like shifting, you know what I mean? So our delta can go from 2000s and it can shift into the 1000s, and it can shift into the hundreds, then it can shift into the tens, you know? So, yeah, I just don't want to see a break below, is what I'm saying. But yeah, like Motorwave is like so behind, oh my god. Because this move has already happened. I can see it in Trade Away. I can see it in Trade C. You know? Okay. Okay. Focus. Lock in. Because if I pay attention to the charts, they started moving our direction. Have you noticed? Okay. Let's talk about what's going on here. Is there something that we missed? What did I miss? Actually, I've been showing some weakness right at the top. So I mean, it's not really looking good for us. Delta and all. I don't want to do this, but I feel like I might actually have to. This volume, this high volume node, that's gonna get hit for sure. You know, because it's right there, 496, 488. I think just to be safe, this is where our stop needs to go, 488. It's just really wide now, you know. Yeah, 490, 495. Yeah, I do expect to retest at 495. So unless we get a little respite. Yeah, man, I mean, Motorwave, I don't understand why. I don't be understanding why we're not moving as quick as the other children. Because this move has already happened. And the retest of the overnight point of control. We really are trying to push this lower. You know what I mean? Because there's your first high, second high, broke that, swept liquidity, came back down. And also, I guess you could say this is a break of the value area low, retest of it. I don't particularly like that. Oh, Delta is still good though. Which we can say it's good for now. You know what I mean? Delta's picking up. Let's go. It looks, you know, what I really miss. Excuse me. I really miss Tracy. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I know they were kind of using. I know they were using TradingView, right? But their platform was just so clean, man. Ah, Tracy was the best. Like, Motorwave is cool. I mean, yeah, Motorwave is nice, yeah. Like, without Motorwave, I'm not trading. You know, because levels, volume profiles, all of that. But if Motive Wave could get to the same type of like fluidity that Trade C had, right? Or rather, let me say, if Trade C had the same type of order flow tools, oh my god, Trade C would be the best, bro. Trade C would be the best. Wow. I miss Trade C so bad. Like, part of me wants to get another prop firm that uses Trade C, just so that I can use Trade C again. That's how amazing Trade C is. And then after I was done trading, and then they had like these like, oh man, I'm reminiscing. And then they had like these, you know, they had like this little AI function that you could use to like analyze your trades and all of that. Oh, dude, Trade C spoiled me. Delta's up in the 3,000, so I guess I was tripping. And maybe rightfully so, man. I don't want to lose money today, you know. Like if we lose a trade, we lose a trade, cool. But I would much rather make money than lose money. This is what I'm saying. You see, like on I see, like I'm looking at both of these charts, right? I'm looking at Motive Wave, and I'm also looking at Trading View, right? On using TradeAway. And I know I'm charting on the MES, so it's gonna look different. I accepted that a long time ago. But still, you know, I hate that sometimes Motive Wave will lag. And you can imagine, like, the reason why I even switched to trading on Tracy in the first place was because I'd be like, imagine like I'm analyzing everything here on Motive Wave, right? And then I place a trade somewhere where, I place a trade and conditions have already changed, and then I get taken out of my trade, and I'm trying to figure out, like, damn, like, why did that happen so quickly? And then Motive Wave disconnects, and then it connects again, and then there's like this candle that wasn't there in the first place. So it's kind of like right now, right? What's price doing on Motive Wave? Price is going up. But look at Tracy, we're at 5/16. You know, it's just not fun. It's not a great experience. Like, losing a trade is bad, but like losing a trade when you don't understand why, you know. And again, it also could be a thing where it wasn't like my it wasn't a platform, it was like maybe it was my internet, you know. Maybe. But yeah, see, we failed to break that high again, even with all of this delta. You know what I mean? So I'll let it play out. I mean, we'll let it play out. We really don't have a choice in the matter. But the closer we get to IB, you know, the closer we get initial balance, that's kind of what's worrying me a little, you know. Like, if we get initial balance and we're around initial balance low, then lower would be the thing, right? It would make sense. But if we get initial balance high, if we start moving towards IBH, right, then now we're looking for breaks and retests, going higher to fill this gap, right? To fill this gap. And this is the reason why I switch off. What do they call it? The extended trading session, so that I can have an idea as to whether we have a gap between sessions or not. You know, because this is how it would look on. Yeah. How many max days do I have on this? Max days 1, yeah. 517s is good, but 520s is better. Okay. View app again. Man, I have to start looking into OnlyFans because I might need a career switch. I think I could blow up on OnlyFans. Jesus Christ, I was joking. What is this volatility today, though? I don't know whose data feed is off, whether it's Rhythmic or the Trade-of-8 data feed, because we are looking very different on these charts right now. All right, look, we are 30 seconds away from initial balance being set. So, I mean, if we don't move towards initial to IBH, if we don't move towards 52475, I don't think this will work out very nicely for us. It's putting it very nicely. So there we go. So initial balance is officially set. If we start moving towards the 501s, it's not very positive for us, because one of these needs to be hit, and if it's initial balance low, chances of us going back to initial balance high are slim. You know, I don't want to say they're none, but they're very small. They're like 30 something percent. So we're playing a probabilities game right now. So if there was ever a time to pay attention, it's right now. Also a value area low retest. So break, and this could possibly be the retest. 507. If you fail to break within value, then initial balance 501. So much for the dancing, huh? I'm feeling particularly funky right now. I will tell you that. Okay, let's move this over to the left. All right. Something else I do pretty often is I call the type of day we're gonna have, you know? Oh, we're gonna have a rotational day. We haven't had a rotational day in a while. And then we have the rotational day. And then I don't act accordingly. I don't trade the particular day. So I need to be a little more cognizant, which basically means aware. I'm just watching the 5 minute because yeah, the type of close we're gonna have on this candle is gonna tell us a lot. Okay, so that's not the decision candle, I guess. This one is. Okay, our point of control did shift lower, so you know, looking at a bounce off the value area low now. $507. Man, 501, there we go. So that's the break of initial balance. What do we do from here? Do we accept it? we not? Okay, seems like we just had a little bounce off of it. That's 500s now. What do? Do you accept below 500s? It's previous week value area low. We need to reject that violently. So we need buyers to step in hard now. Can they push it over the overnight point of control? Would be asking for much. But can they at least push it to close inside value? An acceptance, like a close outside of value area low. So a close beneath the 505, you know, that would be a break. That would be a break of value area low, you know, and we don't want that, because then the auction will continue in this direction. So I think we also should start monitoring this. We should start monitoring the delta as well. You know, we need to see this pick up. We need to get this at least back into the 3000s. But yeah, it seems like we're reloading every time we get to the previous week value area low. Nope. 497.50. Ten more seconds and we'll know for sure. Back at the 500s. Let's go. Come on, keep this momentum. Let's go. Oh man, we just need strong follow through momentum all the way back into value, and then I'll be able to breathe. I'll be able to breathe, because I feel like right now I ain't breathing properly. I'm just like, help me, oh God. I'm telling jokes, but it's not funny. I think we are at that volume node that I spoke about earlier. Man, which I drew out so perfectly. Alright, we need this to hold. We need that 496. We need 496 to hold. Or otherwise, ugh. Last ditch is 492. 496 to 492. Oops. I mean, even a close inside initial balance would be great. Yeah. $496s again. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, if we let go of this is yeah, pretty gone. Even though the delta is supporting it, you know, even though the delta is supporting it, I think we are gonna get stopped out here. Maybe this is payback for how amazingly I was speaking about Tracy. But it's facts though, Tracy is such an amazing platform, and it's so smooth, you know. Minus the lack of like order flow tools and everything. Such a clutch platform. Yeah. We will miss you. Oops. Sure. I know. I'm trying to find whatever I can to hold on to right now. But yeah, that's our stop though. Ugh. It's the overnight value area low. That's the magnet. I forgot about you. This is where we're trying to get to. Yeah. Does look like that's where we're trying to get to right now. I totally forgot about this level. $483. Ugh, and salads at the top of that candle. Man. Yeah. I think this is pretty much gone, boys. I'm not gonna lie to you. What can I tell you? We'll let it play out. I do have from that level, what, another 8 points from where we are. Another 12. Another 16. So do I? Yeah, another 16 from 490. And then yeah, and then we either have another trading day or we don't. Unfortunately. So yeah, I think I've put my stop really at the deepest level I can. Which is not the best thing to do, to be honest. But yeah, just it's really more hope than anything that Delta picks up. And if Delta can pick up, then maybe we can continue going higher, you know, because we aren't really showing negative Delta, right? There's more on the R side. But then again, the thing is, if there's more buyers stepping in, right, then why aren't they pushing price higher, right? If there are more buyers in the market, then why isn't the market going higher? You know, which takes it back right to the beginning when we let go of the overnight point of control. You know, well, more so when we're around here and here. Where I was saying, I was like, we do need to start breaking highs. You know, well, otherwise the Delta means nothing. Not that it means nothing. It's giving us information, right? It's telling us that there's a strong presence of buyers, but with that strong presence of buyers, there's a passive seller that's absorbing these orders, you know? So we actually actively watched buyers get exhausted. And it's happening right now. Again, you know? It's like we had this like strong little push. Price went up. Okay, I mean now the Delta shifted, but that's a retest of initial balance. It's a retest of initial balance, a retest of previous week value area low. So, man, where's all that excitement that I had earlier? Let's go make some money in the markets today. Let's have a great day. Trading is fun. I think you generally need to have like some form of mental ailment to do this actively, like willingly, with your own time, you know? Like, yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna see how strong my cortisol levels are. Highly recommend though, still. Highly recommend. Let's go. See, again, this is the thing. This is what's getting me. What's getting at me, right? Is that the Delta keeps picking up, but the price ain't moving though. Why ain't the price moving if the Delta's going up? Like, I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking at it right here. We're all looking at it. 3,867. But why isn't the price moving with it? Who's here? Who's here? Just give me your orders. I will take your orders. You know what I mean? I hate that. Absolutely hate that. But yeah, previous week value very low. Let's break inside value. If we break inside value, the only thing that's gonna be in the way is gonna be the view app. You know, so yeah. Oh, okay, cool. I thought my camera froze again. Wise thing to do though would be to take the loss at 250. You know, because it could get bloody. It could get bad from here. You know, so not that this isn't bad. I mean, this is pretty bad. But let's see. If we fail to break these lows, you know, yeah, if we fail to break these lows, then, you know, maybe we have a chance. But I haven't seen a double initial balance day. Maybe I can't remember the last initial balance low, initial balance high day. I don't remember that. Yeah. It's the retest of initial balance. One sec, boys. Jeez, almost dropped my laptop with it. One thing at a time. What did I miss? Back. You know, I almost dropped my laptop. Were things better when I was away? Nothing much changed. It is kind of annoying me though, I'm not gonna lie. Why am I annoyed? Well, I'm glad you asked. Well, for one, because I can see that there's buyers in this market, right? I mean, there's buyers all the time, but the delta, I can see that. We can all see that, you know. but the follow through is what's not there, you know, which is giving me a little bit of hope that if we can get through this seller, whomever this seller is, again, liquidity gap, you know what I mean? But I mean, asking for this to pick up again is, you know, seems like it really hasn't been hasn't really meant much this entire session. Here we go again. Also, I think like one of my worries is one of my worries is that at some point, like, these buyers are all gonna let go, and once they do, it's just gonna be like straight down. It's just gonna be a hectic cascading of just sell orders, of like people just selling out of their positions, you know, because there's a lot of effort being put in by the buyers again, you know, just without the result. You know, again, more of them on the R side still. So yeah, and that's the first 30 minutes. I mean, that's the first 30 minutes done after initial balance. So yeah, I need to move better with like, once I call something, I just need to trust the decision and just like go with it. Because I called a lot of, I feel like I called this entire move, which might feel like I jinxed it. Not that I called it because I predicted it. I just called it just off what I was seeing, right? Again, like, you're seeing the delta, you push up, you don't break highs. You try again, you push up, you break the highs, you don't break the value area high. Price comes back down, the delta is still picking up, but price is still moving, you know. And then the letting go of the overnight point of control, you know. So I should have been a lot more, I should have been quicker with my cutoffs, maybe even taking profit at the top and waiting for a better what do they call it, a better position, better entry. Yeah. That's a lot of money to lose in 2 days. What is at 491? What is this area here? Let's mark it out. What is this? 480, 484, 484 to 497. Let's have a look. Jeez, I feel like I'm 484. Okay. I mean, if we're going off a volume node, we are accepting value outside of this initial balance. So I mean, 100% invalidation is a break of this 484. You know, so 484. You know, we take this low, we're pretty much done. You know. Yeah. We just have to come back again tomorrow. I'll be better tomorrow. I still feel like as long as the delta is positive, I still feel like we have a chance, man. You know? As long as the delta doesn't give, I feel like we're good. I don't want to do another 6-hour stream. That took everything from me. It's traumatic. But I mean, I was pretty tired after. I just don't want to, I don't want to get in the habit. I don't want to get in the habit of managing bad positions, you know? We'd much rather go back to, oh, you made a decision and it was wrong, but you're wrong quick, you know? And then you look for another opportunity after that. You know what I mean? This is trading with a dash of ego. Yeah. Is the delta giving? Yep. Ooh. Feeling a little famished. Man, I'm even trying to think if there was a news event today. I don't think so. Ah. I mean, there was a President Trump tweet, but that's the reason why we're here. No massive news, anything. FOMC minutes. That's like at 8 though. 8 o'clock my time. 2 p.m. And also it is just minutes, so it shouldn't have been that dramatic. Yeah, but we're down pretty bad though. Yikes. Down bad. 484, I think. We'll call it a 484. All right. I'm like doing math in my head. I'm like trying to calculate like where are we safe. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think this is pretty much done, man. And there's liquidity right where our stop is. Yeah. I don't think we're gonna survive this, man. We should have taken the stop. Actually, we should have taken profits earlier. But yeah, it is unfortunate. It is what it is. We're just gonna have to get better, you know. We could look at it in like one of two ways. We could look at it as a bad 48 hours. All right. Or we could look at it as a bad 15 minutes. You know, because at the end of the day, what it comes down to is it comes down to making decisions in the moment, right there and then. You know, and I feel like what we could have and should have done at different times are things that we didn't do. You know, so Again, we'll take it, journal it, rewatch the video, rewatch the live, come back better, you know, make sure we don't repeat the same mistakes. And then, yeah. And then we'll just keep going. We'll just keep going, you know? Ugh, excuse me. Yeah. That's liquidity swept. Still is a lot more. Way lower. Honestly, if like what I do see as a target is overnight value area low, it makes sense. It makes sense because it's right there, you know. So if for sure, I mean, if these market participants, if they want to, I don't know if you heard that. Oh my stomach, I'm famished, bro. I'm hungry. I need a sandwich or something. But yeah, all LOLs one side. If I am looking at like where is the next logical place, you know, it's gonna be the overnight value area low. That makes sense. Hit the overnight value area low, get whatever amount of liquidity is there, you know, because clearly what we're playing in right now is we're playing in the overnight value, in overnight value, you know. We're outside of previous week value area we're outside of the previous week value area. So if we still want to maintain price action within it, then there needs to be some form of a push back into, you know, previous week value area low. But the way it's kind of looking right now, the way it's been looking for a while, man. I mean, again, still same thing, you know. Still have positive delta, but not the subsequent push up, you know. And that's been the case since her, and here, and here, and here. It's been the case throughout the entire session. So I think we are just gonna have to accept that this is a blown account, and then yeah, maybe take a break and come back a little more focused, a little more zeal and drive, you know. I won't cut the stream just yet. Well, you know, I won't cut the stream just yet, but my camera is gonna go off. The music is gonna go up, and yeah, whatever happens will happen. We'll review it. We'll come back and talk about it maybe tomorrow, perhaps. Yeah, we'll talk about it tomorrow. But that's gonna be it from me. Yeah, peace, boys. Camera's going off.
leave a conversation having had this weird spaghetti junction mess. Do you know what I mean? Like when people have difficult conversations, often they do not finish what they meant to start.
Yeah.
How would you navigate through that?
Okay. To me, it's like people have no problem 3 minutes in a cold plunge, but give them 2 seconds having to be honest with somebody in a conversation terrifies them.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, think of it as like a cold plunge. You start it, and at the beginning, what is it? You're trying to catch your breath. I can't do this. And then all of a sudden, what? You have some clarity and you realize I can do this, and you realize your body's going through this, and there will be an end to it. Same way in difficult conversation. Yeah, it's going to be a splash. I have what I teach is cold shower conversations as example of those, of like, it's gonna be a shock to the system at the beginning, but we're going to see our way out of it to where you start to have the hard words. You've already said, we need to break up. This relationship isn't for me, or I need to let you go. Whatever it is, you say the hard news, and then you realize, okay, I did it. Like, okay, I said the thing, and now we can have a lot more clarity. Now you've kind of gotten over. It's way easier to crest the mountain when you just like go right up and then it gets down. It's when you have a slow go up.
Bail out.
Yeah, way
I haven't
easier.
got there yet.
Yeah.
I haven't done it yet. There's still time for me to avoid this mountain.
Exactly. And so it's just like that. So you find ways. For me in my world as an attorney, I mean, I grew up in courtrooms and depositions and watching this. So I've seen a lot of emotional fighting and yelling and all sorts of hard tactics against each other. Super adversarial. I've seen a lot of fights, of arguments. Don't put me in a ring. I won't be any good in with boxing gloves.
Sean Strickland's going to eat you alive.
Oh no doubt. I'd bail out. That's where I'd bail out. But whenever you increase your capacity to hold other people's emotion, meaning you can feel all your feelings without me holding them. And I know that I'm in control of myself, and I'm going to continue to breathing through it. And I'm not going to be holding what you're presenting, the better it gets. Like the more I realize that disappointment is part of the game. Like to be a great leader, to be a great, to be a good person in my world, you have to learn the art of disappointing people. In other words, telling them sometimes what they need to hear, not what they want to hear.
Makes me think about when the parents of missing children go on the news. What is it that they always say? We just want to know.
Yeah.
We just want to know. Because the open loop is the worst thing.
Yeah.
The open loop is where the most pain is. And I'm sure that no parent would say this, but logically it kind of makes sense that finding the child dead in some ways would be emotionally preferable to living for decades in the uncertainty. And I mean, no parent's ever going to come out and say that, obviously. They actually probably don't want that. But you understand what I mean?
Yeah,
that closing that loop is exactly what people want.
Even though it's what your body is telling you absolutely not to do. So when you're able to break up with somebody and not leave them guessing why, or you need to fire somebody, whatever the hard news is, and not leave them guessing why, that is you acting in alignment with integrity. That's you acting in alignment with your values. It's you going from nice guy to a good man.
One of the things that you mentioned there was somebody else's emotions not permeating you, not being absorbed by you. You're holding yourself here.
Yeah.
Many people that are empathetic, people that are highly sensitive, people who seem to absorb the emotions of those around them find that really difficult.
Right.
To keep you are there and I am here. What's your advice for people to keep that emotional sovereignty when somebody else is getting sad with them?
Well, I'd want to first say that having empathy and being able to feel other people's emotions, like that is a superpower. I don't think that's something to decrease. What I don't want you to do is to feel so much of their feelings that you don't allow the other person to feel their own. In other words, I'm afraid of disappointing you because you're going to be so upset. And for you to be upset at me makes me upset. And that's going to get into my system. And I can't possibly share and do that because they're going to be disappointed in me. And I can't take them being disappointed in me. That's more of the fear there. But or somebody who goes, I feel a lot of feelings and you can feel yours. It's don't pick up what nobody asks you to carry. Like don't start to feel the weight and burden of somebody else's feelings. Like, for example, you might have, I don't know, this could be a silly example. You have your in-laws coming into town. You don't really want them to stay at your house, right? How do you do that? And you start to feel like, oh, well, I'm going to have to, I need to, they're going to be so upset and it's going to cause such a thing. Well, if you also understand that you have agency and they get to choose what to do with those feelings, you're going to come out at a much healthier place. And I think a lot of times we don't give the other person the choice of what to do with their feelings. We want to fix it all. We want to tell them what to do with it.
So how would you navigate that situation? What would you say?
If I were going to, if somebody like my in-laws or something were coming in, I would simply say, I need, beginning with the phrase, I need to make sure that here in this holiday season or whatever, that we're prioritizing a lot of slowing things down and trying to keep things quieter in the house. And I'm going to need y'all to find, maybe I found another hotel that you can go enjoy that instead of having
Enjoy Soho House.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of the times we fall into the habit of people pleasing, which I think is, people pleasing to me is not a bad thing. It's just, you need to make sure that you're one of them. You need to be able to also do what's acting in alignment with what you're wanting.
In other news, I've been in the gym for nearly 2 decades now, and it wasn't until the past few years that I had the best training run of my entire life, and a huge part of that was the RP Strength app. Actual scientists built this thing around one obsession, having a science-backed path to maximizing muscle gain. It tells you how many sets, how many reps, the amount of weight that you need to use, so all you have to do is show up and do the thing. It adjusts automatically every week based on how you're actually progressing, and there are over 45 pre-made training programs and more than 250 technique videos built in. So you're not just lifting, you're lifting optimally to get the most out of your workouts. A lot of the time, I have less than an hour to be in the gym, and what I love about the RP app is that it takes that into account and adjusts my workout on the fly. So I know that I'm going to maximize how much time I've got available. For me, following a proper evidence-based plan has made a huge difference. And if you're serious about training and the gains that you want to make, I'm pretty sure that it'll do the same for you. Right now, you can follow the exact same training plan that I use and get up to $50 off the RP Hypertrophy app by going to the link in the description below or heading to rpstrength.com/modernwisdom and using the code modernwisdom at checkout. That's rpstrength.com/modernwisdom and modernwisdom at checkout. I had this essay that you've kicked the tripwires of about 10 times so far today, so I'm going to read you a little bit of this.
Okay, I'm ready.
I thought might be interesting. I called it The Shame of Small Fears.
Oh, okay.
Imagine explaining modern fear to a caveman. You see, Gruck, people today get terrified when they have to send a message. Gruck blinks. Message carved on stone? No, but it's sentence on a glowing triangle. Enemy tribe see message? No. Saber-toothed tiger smell message? No. Then why fear? Well, because the other person might think badly of me. Gruck cries, laughing. And yet, that's the whole point. We inherited a nervous system calibrated for lions, and we're using it to navigate awkward conversations and underwhelming careers. Evolution never updated the software. It just repurposed it. Your ancestors needed courage to keep their bodies alive. You need courage to keep your identity intact. It's almost comic when you zoom out. The same species that once stared down hungry predators now breaks into a sweat trying to say, something needs to change. But it's not because we've become pathetic, it's because the monster's changed shape. Old dangers could kill your body, the new ones threaten your belonging. Your whole biology gears up for exile from the village that now only exists as a group chat. Your body still thinks you'll die alone in the wilderness if you tell the truth. It's the residue of a limbic system designed for a world that no longer exists. And that seems to be, it's not about the fear, it's about the shame in your fear a lot of the time, I think.
Yeah.
People realize, I am the progeny of people who survived ice ages.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm getting worried about having to tell this person that they crossed the line with me or having to enforce a boundary.
Yeah.
Hey, I've had a long year. I'm stressed and I love your mother, but she's a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
And Soho House is really great this time of year.
Yeah.
And I got a discount. Okay.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
going. But
Yeah.
it really is the case. It's like the sensitivity on a system. It's the same reason that we have gyms. We have
Right.
gyms because we have removed the need to pick up heavy objects from our normal daily life.
Right.
So we have to artificially create this thing. And if it wasn't for the gym, everybody would be flabby messes, right?
Yeah.
And purposeful physical training,
Mm-hmm.
because the whole stress on our system, the whole hormesis has got turned down.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same here too. Like your limbic system will attenuate itself to the maximum amount of discomfort that you have, which means now that a hard conversation might be the most difficult thing that you do that year.
Yeah.
Like that one conversation, firing that one member of staff might be the so
Yeah.
you're going to feel it.
Mhm.
And I think what I tried to get at with that incredibly long essay, which I spared you the rest of, is there's a lot of shame that
Yeah.
people have around this fear is so small. Why do I feel like this? You go, well, because it's still a big deal. Because you have a limbic system that was made to avoid bears and is now worried about your belonging.
Yeah. I think most people, they don't have a hard time with fighting. They have a hard time being honest. And it's funny how honesty can sometimes be the hardest thing that you're going to do, because you're laying bare your wants, your needs, whatever it is, for your relationship, for your business, for the home, for your friends, whatever. And it's the same exact thing as what the essay says. Like, I may not throw a punch, but I'm going to throw a word that's going to hurt. Like, I'm not going to pick up a rock and throw it, but I'm going to want a word to cut. I'm going to want, my words can either hurt you or heal you. And if I self-improve everything about me, but I don't improve what comes out of my mouth, that's a Formula One car without a steering wheel. Like, it looks great. That's awesome. But where are you going to go with it? And so I think if you don't apply the same type of mindset of improving your body as you do the words, when we talk about emotional vocabulary, when we talk about actually working through how to have conversations and being honest and being, dare I say, vulnerable with things, there's a lot of people who it's just, they're an empty house, but have a great looking landscape. Like you just can't, you have to understand that the conversation, like you said, like you're going to have all year long, those are much harder and take a lot more courage than anything you can do at the gym.
I agree. And I think a lot of the time people are going there precisely for that reason. People will spend years in misery to avoid a few minutes of pain.
Yeah. They say that the conversation you're avoiding is the result you're choosing. Like if you choose not to have that conversation, well, you're getting that result. Then you're going to live with that result. But it doesn't have to be that way. And I think it's in therapy, they say like the breakthrough you're avoiding is like the work, or the breakthrough you're needing is in the work you're avoiding. The being able to get through that conversation. Like you can be the fittest person, but still the same on the inside. It's not like it's improved anything about how you're gonna have in your life. And there's no metric. That's the wildest thing. If like we're able to watch our HRV and make sure you're in all the zone 2 cardio and all the other stuff. I got to whoop too. Like to be able to do all that physical discipline, that's all great. But there's no metric on sitting on the couch with your son in your lap and also having your phone in your hand. You know what I mean? Or being able to say something really hard to the person that you love, to mend relationships with family members you haven't seen in a long time. that's a whole lot different metric that there's just no number for.
It's a quiet victory or a boring success.
Yeah.
And yeah, we trade observable metrics for hidden metrics all the time.
Mm-hmm.
All the time. You know, you'll take a job that pays 10 grand more a year, but is a 45-minute commute instead of 15. You go, okay, well, you can't really see the commute in quite the same way.
Yeah.
What does that mean? And how much more stress do you?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm going to have to miss a couple of evenings with the kids, and I'm going to spend less time with, or you move to a new area in a house that's bigger, but the stress of being there puts strain on your relationship. And it means that you go to bed and the texture of your mind's a little bit more agitated.
Yeah.
For a decade while you live there. Hidden metric, observable metric. Postcode, very observable. Peace of mind, very hidden.
Yeah.
And because there's this idea, the McNamara fallacy. Do you know that?
Mm-mm.
So Robert McNamara, during the Vietnam War, he was charged with trying to make sure that the war was moving in the right direction. And what he was focusing on were enemy combatant deaths and US forces deaths. But that wasn't what mattered. What mattered was the sentiment at home. The issue is very hard to quantify the sentiment at home
Mm-hmm.
in the US. And obviously the Vietnam War was hugely unpopular domestically in the US.
Mm-hmm.
And it ends with this line, which is, we intend to measure what matters, but instead we only matter, what matters to us is only what we can measure.
Mm-hmm.
So this weird inversion of us supposedly trying to focus on the quantifiable and pull it in,
Yeah.
but instead, whatever is quantifiable is what gets pulled in.
Exactly. Yeah. It's I think there's a lot of different paradoxes like that in life. Like for me, what I've learned through this transition from full-time lawyer, being able to talk on communication, is I thought it was what's best for the business is what's best for the family. Like I could look at these hard metric numbers, whether it's more money, more time, or whatever, however the increase,
Mm-hmm.
more, 10x, whatever, is best for my family. When in reality,
What's best for the family is what's best for the business.
what's best for the family is what's best for the business.
Yeah.
And like,
Yeah.
that's not something I can track, but that's something.
McNamara fallacy.
Yeah, but
McNamara
that's something
fallacy.
I can feel.
Unreal. What about if you're having a conversation with someone and it feels like they're not understanding you? It's getting frustrating.
Yeah. If you go, okay, I'm not saying this the right way, and you feel like they're butting up against that in that time, then I would take it piece by piece. So I would, one, are you giving them the takeaway? Are you giving the headline at the beginning, or are you putting it down in the footnotes? So one is, how are you approaching the conversation? How are you framing the conversation? Because if you've buried the lead, like you said, that is typically going to lead into a lot of miscommunication. Next, I would question the biggest like myth in communication is what is sent is what is received. All the time, I can, in my own relationship, she could say, well, no, you said this. I go, I didn't say that. He said, yes, you did. I went, no, that's not what I said. She goes, I wish I had a video camera in here so I could have seen exactly how you said that. So you could see. And instead of this mindset of that's not what I said and trying to push that miscommunication, instead ask, what did you hear? What did you hear? And if I can ask the question, what did you hear? And them to actually explain, what I'm hearing is X, Y, and Z. You got to stop. Okay, that right there. That's not at all my intent. I think that's where we're going wrong. So it's the ability to, one, slow down, to find the actual breaking point. And that usually requires okay, here is what I'm trying to convey. I'm not asking you to fix anything. I just need you to hear that this means something to me. And sometimes the other person's like, oh, okay, so you want me to do this? Oh, you want me to do this? Oh, you may fix this? I'm like, no. I don't, let's go back again. Okay, what are you hearing? And they go, well, I hear that you need me to go, I guess I'll never be able to do this again. No, that's not at all, right? Usually when people are going to extremes or absolutes, the always and nevers is a very clear sign that they're not engaged in the conversation. Instead, they're playing an old script that is, well, then you just want me to do everything you want me to do. And so if you're able to actually break it down and go piece by piece. Okay, what did you hear at this moment? This here. This is the miscommunication. Okay, when I bring this up, what's coming up for you? Because I can tell something else is happening. Like then you get into a little bit of the emotion of it, of where are you feeling defensive? So when I can voice that, this other person's voicing, I can tell I'm getting defensive. I can tell I'm not ready for this conversation. I can tell I'm getting worked up. Like that's really helpful information. I think I saw some study on if it was like, if somebody's heart beats over 100 BPM, like it's almost impossible to like bring somebody back down very quickly. Like it's not a good time to have a
No
very,
way.
yeah.
Over 100 BPM, your front brain is basically turned off.
It's gone. Yeah.
Wow.
And you're having to make sure that the other person's, they're going to quickly be dysregulated in that moment.
Have you seen, Jared, can you pull that up? Just search Reddit divorce heart rate on Google. And this guy, I think he was wearing like a Garmin or something, and he tracked his heart rate through the conversation that he had with his wife. And the reason I say it is, you're going 100 BPM. 100 BPM is heart rate in 5-second intervals when wife asks for a divorce. I love how he's put via Fitbit charge too. It's like it's a sponsored post.
That's awesome.
Yeah, resting BPM.
Right
so
around
dude,
here.
he's got a nice resting BPM. He's down at 60 and he's awake.
Yeah,
he's a fit guy.
He's doing great.
He's got a Fitbit charge too on, so he's obviously been tracking it for a while. Can we talk?
Yeah.
Can we talk keeps him quite he's regulating.
He's doing good.
So hang on, what are the intervals? That's 5 minutes. 5-minute intervals at the bottom. Okay. Is this 1:15 in the fucking morning? I think that's 1:15 in the morning.
Unless it's 24 hours. Yeah.
It should be on military time.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, can we talk? He manages to hold on to it.
Timing has a lot to do with this. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. There's a spike just before. I don't think this is healthy for either of us. So can we talk? And a full, 6 minutes later, she's still not given the lead.
Yep.
Unless there's no way. That's got to be the spike.
Now look, you see the spike right before the dip, before I don't think this is healthy for either of us. Most likely that's like his anxiety.
He's
going up. It's
realizing
like, what's going on. I could tell something's wrong.
Because he's kept regulated there, right?
Yeah.
Bro, he hits 155, 160. He's in zone 3 or 4, depending on how old he is.
And then he has a huge drop. Then it picks back up again. Mm-hmm.
I wonder if that's just a release of...
Yeah.
Fuck.
He just got the news, and now he's like, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
I think there is that release of like knowledge of now I know.
Because, I mean, maybe it came out of
But
nowhere.
look, he comes right back at it. I mean, he's right there close to 150 again. And
how long does the whole thing take? 115 resting BPM. Can we talk 120? 20 minutes. Dude, 20 minutes. They're in and out, and he's off on a walk. So, yeah. Anybody that thinks that 100 BPM is hard to hit in a difficult conversation.
It's not hard.
Homeboy managed to get 150% of that.
Yep. Went off for a walk. Good. Good. That's a good one.
It's going to hit last call somewhere real quick.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude. I remember the first ever Thanksgiving that I did in America. I was living at an Airbnb on South Congress, and it's directly opposite the Red Rose. It's Austin's premier adult establishment. And I'd been to Blair White's house, if you know who Blair White is. It's a uncomfortably hot trans influencer. And Lex Friedman was there with Michael Matt. It was a very strange autistic Avengers Assemble. And then we got back to where I was staying at the Airbnb. This is 10 p.m., 10:30 p.m. or something on Thanksgiving. And the entire car park was full. All of the street outside was completely full. It was like, it must have been standing room only in the strip club. And I remember thinking, how bad your Thanksgiving had to be at 10 p.m. to go, that's it, I'm sick. Your parents, I cannot any longer be, going to the Red Rose again, are you? Off to see Crystal. I hope she'll cook your fucking dinner and wash your socks. And I was like, okay, here we go. Well, the British mind cannot comprehend what level of freedom Americans have apparently around Thanksgiving, including being able to go to the Red Rose at 10 p.m.
Holidays are hard for people. And Thanksgiving's hard. Christmas is hard usually because it can be sometimes a reminder that they're alone.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's no place lonelier
than a strip club.
Yeah. Yeah. You can be surrounded by people and still feel very alone.
Yeah.
And that's why you're looking for some very illusion of companionship, you know? So they're in pain and they're looking for some way to find a salve.
How should people respond to an insult?
With a lot of silence. You say something ugly to me, I'm going to give it about 5 to 7 seconds of nothing. Meaning I'm going to allow your words, as if I see them, just to fall to this table here and give you a moment of like, you good with that? Like you still proud of that right there? You can take it back if you like, but I'm not taking it. And it's that mindset of, I'm not taking it. I don't have to pick it up. That's not mine. Because we get so used to catching. Just because somebody threw, we feel like we automatically have to catch. It's like, it's not tennis. It's not volleyball. You don't have to hit it back over a net. You can just let it be there. So 5 to 7 seconds of nothing in that silence. 2, what I like to do is usually ask them to repeat it. Yeah. Yeah, I usually will say, I need you to say that again. I've yet to have anybody who could do it. Because it's like they don't want to show they're ugly. They don't want that highlighted. They know what they just said. And now what they were expecting was that hit of dopamine of me giving it right back to them and feeling that sense of control. I've now put a big spotlight on their behavior, and then it's not fun at that point. They're like, I got to get out of here. Like that wasn't the hit that I was expecting. And when I say, I need you to repeat that, or I need you to say that again, they're going to have to remember their words and regurgitate them. And that usually, people don't like to extend past this feeling of being reasonable. Now, I know people will go, I know lots of people are unreasonable. Listen, I have deposed probably thousands of people. I've seen lots of liars and manipulators. They never want to come across as unreasonable. Yeah. People who are like manipulating you, they're not afraid of anger. They're afraid of calm. And whenever I can show you that I'm not rising and going, how dare you, like getting this, who do you think you are kind of bow up, it's almost more scary to them if I need you to say that again. Now, most of the time what they do is they try and like, well, and they try to like justify.
Equivocate.
Exactly. And try and adjust in some way. Or I guess they could double down. If they do double down and repeat it, then you get to say, I thought so. Thanks. Like just let it go. Because at that point, you're still just leaving them. They're going to remember what they said, and you're not going to be the one to remember it at all. So it's that. Another that I like to ask is, it's this, did you mean? Did you mean for that to sound as insulting as it did? Did you mean for that to embarrass me in some way? Did you mean for that to offend me or hurt me or belittle me? Or did you want me to feel less when you said that? Whenever you talk about intents, did you mean, did you intend to, did you say that in order to? It questions the very root of their heart in that moment of like, why did they really say that? And they said that to hurt you, to cause that pain. And at the same time, maybe you just took it the wrong way, like in text message. Usually we have a way of reading everything negative in a text message. We never read things positive, right? I could text you, we need to talk. And nobody gets that and goes, yeah, like sick. Yes, let's go. Chris wants to talk. Let's get after it. Let's go. We always read the negative. And so did you mean is also a great way of double checking. Did you mean for that to sound like my wife and I, if I sometimes reply really quickly, she'll say, did you mean for that to sound short? No, I didn't mean to. I was just in the middle of pickup, or I was at a grocery line or whatever. You're allowing that benefit of the doubt for a second.
In both of those situations where it's not ambiguous about whether or not that was
Yeah.
a mean message or not.
Right.
What you're doing is bringing the person's ugliness to the front.
Yep.
Because, yeah, you're right. Even when people say mean things, they feel justified in their meanness.
Mm-hmm.
You deserved it.
Right.
Or I'm righteous somehow. And with enough room for the heat to die down a little bit, 3, 4, 5, 6, fuck, 7.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? It's a long time,
Yeah,
dude.
very, yeah.
Yeah. And to then basically say, do the thing again, but without the heat that powered it when you did it the first time.
Right.
Like you've run out of fuel.
Exactly.
And you're now going to have to look at it in a more sterile environment.
Right.
More plain environment.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to ask, I'm not going to infer, I'm going to ask whether the outcome that happened after you said that thing was what you meant. And that is you admitting to your own intent around this.
Exactly. It's like you, like imagine having to ask a girl out and she's like, well, I didn't hear you. Like, never mind. Like you don't want to ask it again. It's that feeling of like, I already said it.
I said you're so hot.
Yeah.
Chris Voss.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. And then all of a sudden you realize, no, that didn't feel good at all. And now they don't want the cheese. They just want out of the trap. You know, they just get me out of here.
Yeah.
And they're not going to want to do that because making them say it again is it's just revealing they're ugly, and darkness hates light.
You know, you were talking about inviting someone to, what are you hearing? What are you hearing from me? What is it? What did you just hear me say?
Yeah.
How are you interpreting that? You know, the idea of a steel man and a straw man.
Right.
So straw man representing the weakest version of someone's argument. Steel man, me saying, so we're in a debate, but what I think you're trying to say is, and I put across the best possible version of your argument. That's good. What you're doing with the invitation is like a reverse steel man or an invited steel man.
Right.
Saying, can you tell me what you're hearing me say?
Yes.
And then, okay, so no, not quite. And the same thing with the reason that you do the steel man is so I go, okay, so Jeffson, what I'm hearing from you is this and this and this. Is that right? And you go, well, actually, no. You're just saying, hey, come do the steel man thing for me.
Yes.
And then if there's anything that's not fully understood, and you're doing the same thing with the insult to a degree. It's like inviting this person to almost steel man the nuclear warhead that they just dropped on you.
Right.
You know, and probably more like a septic tank than a nuclear warhead. You know,
Yeah, exactly.
You know this big puddle of shit that's in front of us?
Yeah. You just
Is
put
that
there?
shit?
Yeah.
Or is it soup? Because I
right.
can't, to me, it
Smells the
looks
same.
and smells a lot like shit.
Yeah.
And just making sure that I'm not confusing what this is.
Yeah. There's actually this like hidden power around, tell me what I'm missing. Tell me what I like. I'm missing something here. Something else is going on. And I need you to tell me what I'm missing. So lots of times I'll be in a deposition and I'll have somebody who is, I know I've caught them in a lie. There's lots of people lying under oath all the time and they have no problem with it. And because I have the evidence right here and they just don't know that I have it. And so it's often the people who it's most blatant. Like it's just they didn't have to lie about it. Like they could have just fallen on the sword, but they're so contradictory that they can't possibly not. So if I were to tell you, I feel like you're really upset, and they go, I'm not upset. I'm just like, it doesn't matter what emotion I said. They're going to always tell me, I know it's not that I'm okay. It's just it doesn't matter what it is. They're always going to contradict that. And so when I know I'm up against that kind of person, you have to do this searching with like where questions matter a whole lot more than statements. Meaning if I'm going to ask a question that is more open-ended, I'm signaling signaling to this aspect of what am I missing here?
We're gonna let this play out. Hopefully we get back. Hopefully we get back into what can we even call it? Yeah, man. I mean, hopefully we get back to the other side of value. Even just a close and a little bit of profit would be fantastic. You know, look at that, our delta's still up. Jeez, we survived the worst part of it. Oh my god. Not good trading at all. But am I happy that we didn't blow the account? You bet. You bet. If we can just make 500s right now, break into the 500s. That would be fantastic. But yeah, I mean, our roadblock right now is the VWAP. So yeah, let's we'll just monitor this. Yeah, I genuinely thought we were done. I won't lie to you. I 100% believed we were out completely. You know, so it's twice in a row. It's 2 days in a row. We've been really red, and yeah, we managed to salvage the account. We actually had a little more drawdown than I thought we did initially. I thought we had like 900 bucks left, but it was 1,058. So scary stuff. We'll let this play out for another hour, I think. The hope right now is that we make our way back into initial balance, can make our way back into initial balance, then I mean the other side of initial balance higher is a stretch, but now if we can break into the 500s, of which we are at the 500s ish roundabout, if we can break into the 500s, then overnight point of control, yeah, and be monitored from there. That'll be where we initially got in, you know. So yeah, maybe putting our stop just below the overnight value area low is actually what saved us. But yeah, we're on the other side of the previous week value area low right now. Almost on the other side of VWAP. Let's go. $500s, let's go. I need a break, I ain't gonna lie. I think after this trade, we're gonna take tomorrow off. Yeah, I think we'll take tomorrow off. I think we actually just might do it, eh? I think we might turn a I think we might turn a blown account, quote unquote, almost, into some profit for the day. I will take the rest of the week off. I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't do this 3 days in a row. I mean, I can, but I choose not to. I would much rather not. And get some much needed downtime. Oh, but here we go. Come on. Overnight point of control. Come on. Let's go. Let's go, baby. I was never in doubt. I am the greatest. I'm lying. I'm lying. I took a walk to even just think about how badly I wanted this and if I wanted to make this work or not, you know? I had to do a little introspection, a little soul searching. That's how bad it got. That's how deep it got for me. But I say thank you for the music. Just gonna turn it up a little.
Under my feet.
Come on, 505s. Like so close to the valley area. Hi. Come on, don't let go now. That seller better not still be around because we've worked so hard for this. Come on, don't let go of it now.
there's a quiet haze. I'm not a stranger. It's to find the rest.
Okay,
in
so
peace.
we need to break these highs right now. Yeah, we need to break these highs, otherwise we're not. Otherwise we're not moving any higher. I saw this yesterday, ignored it, ended up closing for 600 instead of for 200 loss. You know, so yeah, need to watch this. We need to see us close above these highs. You know what I mean? And we need to close strong. Okay, here we go. Oh man, not a wick. Not the wick. Come on, let's go. Strong close, come on. Okay, I'm gonna move my stop to previous day value area low. So one thing's for sure now, we are not blowing this account today. Come on. You feel me? Most we'll do is a $200 loss. We can deal with that. Stop loss is officially at 498. Let it be. I'll take whatever happens from this point. Yeah. Let's go. Man, I need to get better at this, bro, because at the rate I'm going, I don't have a chance, bro. Like I don't have if I'm to eventually, you know, manage funds for like a hedge fund or some ETF or something, I'm gonna need to respect my losses more. I'm gonna have to give a lot of respect to downside and all that. So, you know, we'll get there. You know what I'm saying? We'll get there. You know. Oh, we green. We green. Let's go. Oh my God, we in the green. We are in the green, baby. Let's go. I knew I could do it. I wasn't even scared. I wasn't even worried. Worried for what? I wasn't worried for nothing. I was worried. My bad. I'm sorry I lied. Swept these highs at 512. Need a you see this? I don't like this because now my point of control is shifted higher, which I guess is alright, but that's a magnet. We could still come back here. We could still come back to 506. looks like we're gonna come back to 506. If we do get back to 506, we need to stay above 506. You know. Let me just put it up on 506. I feel like every time I draw a level on the charts, it becomes a magnet. I don't particularly like that. You know? Not a big fan of that. But aren't we glad? Aren't we glad I have videos of this? Because one day I'm gonna have to prove it. You know? I know one day I'm gonna have to prove it. I'm gonna be like an ICT. And then we're gonna be talking about how there's manipulation in the market. And how I have a track record. And how I've almost blown accounts and survived. Because I understood where market manipulation was happening. Yeah, I'm talking shit now. Probably a good time for the mic to go off.
Say you wanna leave with me. Where you wanna stay?
Hey, what's good, boys? So look, this is officially Green Day. At least it's the first Green Day series. Where's that Kaplan? He gets knocked out. And then that's that. One thing's for sure, it's good now. Bit of a rocky day. I think maybe I could need a little bit of a break. Just take a step off here. Get some rest. bit of a turbulent day. I need to trade better, you know. I do need to trade better. I owe everyone who comes on to watch me that much at least, you know. And I also owe it to myself. You know, I've put in a lot of time. So, yeah, we'll let this play out however it plays out from here on. I don't want to take any losses. I don't want to take a loss today. So, yeah, you know. So, think about it. Maybe even at 514, if we can break above these highs, if we can break into the 517s, we can break above that. We'll move it to 514s. Secure $100 at least from the day, you know, or maybe even 150, you know. So what are we looking at? 514s. Yeah, we'll just let it play out. Sorry, y'all, I stingy all the music. Pretty terrible performance, man. I think we just need to take the base hits, you know. Whatever we get, base hits. You know what I'm saying? Whenever we get the base hits, we take those, move on, come back the next day, be about our day, get about our life, do other things. You know what I mean? Yeah. Do have a seller try to push this lower at at 511.50. So we close above 517s, we'll secure that 100. Let's do it now. Actually 514s. Yeah, maybe let me zoom in a little. Let's do some trade management. Make sure we don't have to do as much work tomorrow, yeah. It's 237. Bottom of this candle would be 517. 30 to about 516.50. Should be about $150. So not bad. Not bad. There we go. Jeez, man. What a fucking day. Excuse my language, but yeah. It could still go on, but did we blow the account? Nope. Ugh. What a day. Ugh. What a day. I'm taking a break, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't wanna deal with this. Yeah. Tomorrow. I don't want to be here tomorrow, man. I should come back tomorrow, but after the day we just had, nah. I'm gonna journal this. I'm gonna get off stream. We're gonna call it a day. This was all of the risk that I took today. You know what I mean? Just goes to show, had I just called it the right way, you know? But yeah, it's gonna be overnight value area high. Levi, this at 68. 68.25. But yeah, we got away with one today. You know. We got away with one. And that was our stop, so that's gonna be it for me though. We ain't doing another 6-hour stream. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah, I'll catch you boys. Yeah, I'll see. I'll catch you boys tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow. I have to just keep on going, I guess. But if I'm not really feeling like trading, I won't trade. You know. And yeah. But yeah, it's been. I want to say it's been fun, but it has not. It was absolutely not fun. I'll catch you boys tomorrow, same time, 9:15 EST. From me to you.